What would you do if the concept of being good has no reward and evil had no consequence? Obviously, you can't do whatever answer you can think of in that question. We live in the real world with laws and consequences. But throughout fiction, there are many instances of characters going to the dark side for various reasons. Often because they feel that the light side wouldn't fully accept their emotions, the darker desires and actions. Suppress your emotions, strive for perfection, will only accept you if you're a good person. From the girls in Hejibo Clandestine Girls Academy from the Senran Kagura series, to the Siths in Knights of the Old Republic, they often talk about the light side, being too strict, too idealistic, too selective, and honestly, who wouldn't blame them? Like in Senran Kagura Best Renewal, the Hejibo Academy has a phrase, evil accepts all. Evil can accept people that the concept of goodness rejected. Concepts and people good often shuns. Or in Knights for the Old Republic 1, but its Siths are shown not to be this entirely heartless group, but this group where they notice the problems that the Jedi have. The ideals of purity, the pressure to repress emotions just to be considered good, the feeling that you can't just be yourself. Honestly, it seems like in this context, maybe being morally decent has genuine flaws that evil takes advantage of. That's not to say that evil is desirable or superior compared to good. What KOTOR shows through the Siths is that, yeah, they might be more accepting of themselves, but more often than not, they use that acceptance and authenticity as self-justification to do genuinely terrible things. And the freedom that they get from not having to go through the ideas of the Jedi, that can easily turn into power dynamics when they see the world as a dog-eat-dog world. This is where KOTOR really shines in terms of its writing. So, if absolute goodness can become repression, and absolute evil can become cruelty, then what are we supposed to become? To that question, I'd like to turn towards a character that might answer that problem. Vegeta from Dragon Ball. Throughout Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, he isn't exactly good by typical means. He's proud, aggressive, and harsh. However, throughout the series, his darker traits get redirected into acts that genuinely do good. He grows through responsibility and relationships, like his relationships with Trunks and Bulma. And most importantly, he integrates his flaws into becoming a better person. Vegeta never becomes pure. He never stops being proud or intense. But over time, he learns responsibility. He learns about restraint. He learns about care. You know, Fred Rogers, he had this phrase in his philosophy, I like you just the way you are, and people can like you exactly as you are. Which, in terms of this whole discussion, has a particular gentleness to it. Human beings deserve care and respect before they can choose to be better. Throughout Fred Rogers' show, Mr. Rogers' Neighbourhood, he talks about how supposedly negative feelings deserve to be treated with care. Not through suppression, but through doing acts that are fueled by them, but rather through integrating and sitting through with them. Talking about your feelings to someone whom you trust, doing acts that respect those feelings, but at the same time, help you to become better and not do things that you'll probably regret. Well, as I end this video, I'd like to leave you with a thought. Maybe becoming a better person isn't about being entirely good or being entirely evil. Rather, it's about learning to carry yourself, every single part of yourself, responsibly and with compassion. Thank you for listening.